First of all, nice to meet you. My name is Yolanda.
Nice to meet you too. I'm Sharon. Nice to meet you.
Good afternoon, Sharon, and thank you very much for talking a few minutes with us, and greetings from all the staff of Max Metal.
Thank you. How are you doing in Corona
First of
times?
all, we are well. We are well. So
Oh,
with
that's
the
good to hear.
sun, good temperature, so I think we are doing well
Okay, super.
at home, of course.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
I know that yesterday was your birthday.
Yes, it
So
was.
first of
Yeah.
all, I have to say happy birthday. So and I hope you spend a fantastic day surrounded of all your family and close friends and so on.
Yes, I just kept it very small, just family, and just my own little family and my mom, and that's it. Just having a relaxed day because, well, I just felt like it because we had a rainy week the whole week, and I felt like I don't want to be
Yeah,
at home waiting for everybody to drop by. I just want to go out and have some fun myself outdoors. So that's what
that's
we did.
enough.
Yes,
I'm happy to hear that.
thank you.
And of course, also we hope that you and your family and of course the others band members, you're being healthy and living with this strange situation as better as possible. That's the most important thing.
I agree, and the thing is that I must say that we in the Netherlands didn't have such a heavy time as you guys in Spain, because in Spain it was way
Mm,
heavier, the restrictions and those kind of things. In the Netherlands we had a
yeah.
different kind of lockdown, so we were actually, for us it was not even that bad the way we were at home most of the time. I think in Spain it was way heavier because you were not allowed on the streets, and here we could still go to the supermarket whenever we wanted to, though you could not go together, but we were still allowed outdoors without having any official papers or anything.
Oh, I didn't know because I have some friends in Germany and in United Kingdom, and they are also close at home. So yeah, it depends of the country, of course.
Yeah,
But
totally.
then it's better, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
And how are you and the rest of the band? How was this having to stop all the activity, and how are you doing this now?
Well, for us, of course, it was really reorganizing, of course, the tour and those kind of things. That's something we had to do. And of course, for everybody, it was heavy to stay at home because everybody would rather be on tour. But of course, it's necessary, and we all understand. And everybody's in the same boat, as we say. Everybody has the same problem. And for us, it was, well, we of course did some acoustic shows at home, sometimes with band members, and also old band members from the past, because other band members were sick or not able to come over. And
Oh,
yeah, some of them were having the flu, and we didn't know if they had corona or not. So we were not they. We didn't get together at that moment, so we had to rely on old band members who were at the beginning of Within Stations in our band to come over and play with us, which was amazing too because it was nice, a nice reason to see each other again. And I started making new things that I never did before, or not met the same kind of passion. I made a workout playlist for because I like to make, at home I was bored and I felt like, okay, I want to do some workouts. Otherwise, these kilos are not going to
yeah.
go away by themselves. I'm only eating here. So I felt like, okay, let's make a workout list for myself. So I started collecting songs that I liked with a high intensity, so high tempo, and I put that together also for fans. But I thought maybe it's also nice for fans to have it, so I put it on my Spotify list of Within Temptation and also on the Apple Music and Deezer.
Okay. I take note of this recommendation. Also, I assume that you can still meet together because, for example, in Spain, some bands are recording new songs or new albums, each member separately at home, and then mixing all in the studio, but they don't see each other. So
Yeah.
this is not your case.
Well, we are allowed to be together, but then
Yeah.
only if we don't have the symptoms exactly, and we keep our distance. Then it's all fine. And so we did get together, but it was more like we were allowed to be together, but only if we could keep the distance in one room. And yeah,
Yes, yes. So, okay, so also, although you have to spend more time at home, how are you dealing with your creative part? If you are having new ideas, or you are combining this with other hobbies, or trying to discover other instruments?
well, it's the thing is that we all have studios at home, and it's of course a nice time to experiment new instruments and those kind of things, and but also to write new songs. And like I said, I did playlists and everything, so I combine it, try to keep on making new content for everybody who is at home and for the fans. At the same time, try to work on new songs and explore a little bit with new instruments and those kind of things. It's really nice
Hmm.
time actually.
Okay, very nice. Um, okay, so although you have already announced something in previous interviews some months ago, you're surprised us about more or less a month ago with this new video clip, They Entertain You. And I think that this title could not be more accurate at this time. How did this idea for the video clip come about?
Well, the thing is, the problems that we're talking about in the video and the song is about of course excluding people from social events, and like social gatherings, maybe in a classroom or maybe on the streets, and trying to exclude people because they have a different religion, maybe they're gay, or maybe they have a different skin color, or what kind of reason, maybe even something stupid that, like, every reason is stupid, but maybe also is something really strange like glasses or red hair. There's always a reason why people can pick on you, and it always has been like this in the past. But of course, the subject that we talk about in this song is more about being different in a way that you're always picked on because you're gay, or maybe you're a different race, or a different skin color, or whatever, or a religion, or and that it's we saw a lot at the time that we were trying, this is a problem for many years in the past already, and will be in the future as well as it is now. But I think we need to keep on talking about the subject, and also why it happens. Also, is it a lack
Yeah.
of education in the schools that we have to deal with these social problems, and be aware of the fact that we're excluding people? And why are we doing it? It's because we want to feel good about ourselves, and that's what the song is about. It's the fact that we are not allowed to use other people to feel good about ourselves. Like, okay, I'm part of the majority. I'm part of the good side, but there's no good side, of course. But it's more like that's how people sometimes see it, and I'm allowed to pick on someone who's a bit different than me. So, and that's something that we find very difficult always. And I think everybody has been picked on in school once, and I think if you only have had that experience once, you will never forget it and how it feels. And if you have this on a daily basis, always because you're different, yeah, that does do something to a person, and it makes you really really lonely. And I think it should
Yeah.
be something that we should keep on talking about.
Yeah, we hope that this not repeat again. Also, this situation, not just the coronavirus, but this new situation. Will you do some special song, or are you composing something about that, or you prefer to talk about other things and not think about this?
You mean Corona?
Yes.
No, I'm not gonna write a song about Corona.
Okay.
Especially because
Okay.
I'm so fed up with it. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's consuming all our lives every day and every minute. So I think it's really nice to talk about other subjects also, that are that do indirectly have to do with Corona, but not social issues. I like to talk about those kind of things because I think there's a lot of things that we need to address and talk about, in the world. And not that we're telling everybody to tell them what to think, but more like to have this discussion, about this, and also through music. I think we as artists have also a little bit, if you want to, you can, talk about so many things and you reach so many
Yeah,
people.
sure.
And I think, as a musician, I think that's something I think is a very good thing to do. And in the past, we were mostly talking about historical things, events, the Second World War, and those kind of things. And William Wallace, and about the struggle in England, between the Brits and the Scottish.
Mm.
But there's so many things happening in the world nowadays, and it really, of course, at the time that we were writing about those kind of subjects, there was a lot of things happening in the world, but somehow we wanted to keep it a little bit more distant. And now we feel like there's so many things to write about, and so many things we are a little bit angry about also, and
Yeah.
annoyed about it, that we need to write songs about it somehow. And it gives a lot of inspiration.
Yeah, maybe 20 years later, we can think about this more general and we can write about this or not. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? I hope so, with a good
Yeah.
ending to it.
Another point of that in video clip or the song, for as me or in my opinion, I really like because the sound. I think you have perfectly understood how the music and specifically the metal is evolving because nowadays we can listen more modern sounds and now the studio work is more important. This is like a preview of what we can expect for the next album.
You mean the last song? The you mean Entertainer?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Well, I'm not sure about it. It's going to be a special song in that perspective as well. I think it's going to be the direction we're going. But I think there will be a lot of influences from old, the little bit other songs that we have of Within Station in the past. It's going to be a combination of a lot of things. I think this song is also a single because of the fact that it's kind of
hmm.
different from the rest. And I think singles mostly are to grab the attention also a little bit of everyone out there. It's like, my God, what did I do now? It's like, well, we
Yeah.
got the attention now. So, um, but still, we like doing that, and we really love the song, and it's also a reason why of course, we also made it a single. And but it's going to be a combination of old and new influences because it's a trap. You can't completely let go of who you are, and we don't want to also. So the symphonic part is something we will always love and will always integrate in our music, but maybe in a different way than people are used to since the beginning of With Invitation.
Yeah. I think in that point you can be very proud because I don't think that not so many bands can achieve this evolve during years because this your sound now has not of course has elements from of the first albums, but you also achieved to evolve and create new sounds, and I think this is really nice.
Well,
So
thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you. Well, I'm happy that you say that because everybody has a very different opinion. Some people really
Yeah,
don't like
sure.
it, and some really like it, and some even think that we've just started as a band and that this is our first album. So that's really funny. So
Yeah,
currently we do something different than the beginning, but it's still, I think, with the same passion and the same more or less emotion and melancholy that we always had,
yeah.
and that's the most important for us.
So as your last album was released on last year, I thought that you have not time to tour properly with this new album. So it's normal that you don't have any date in mind to publish a new album. I assume, or you are already thinking about a new album with some date or not.
Well, the thing is that what we are doing now is like we're writing, we're starting to record now, and
Mhm.
writing new songs. We're not finished at all for a complete album, but in the meantime, we're gonna keep on releasing singles every year, a few, and until there is an album to release. And so that's something that is the plan now, which is completely different from the past, because in the past we first would write the whole complete album and then release songs afterwards.
Yes.
And of course there's no tour combined with it, and it's completely different than how we would normally do it. But it's a nice way to explore and see if this works as well, because then you can really record in the moment if you like a song very much and release it immediately, instead of having to wait another 1.5 year or 2 years before it ends up on the album, of course. So that's a bit of the advantage that we have now, is that we can release whenever we want to without having to wait for anything or anyone. He's recording a lot of things, but in the past we would first record a whole album and then release a few songs, and that would be it, and we would be going on tour. But now, of course, there's no tour, and that we didn't know that up front, and we were already planning this up front, even though the tour was already planned with Evanescence. But what we had in mind was, like, we released an album last year, so we felt like we're going on tour with Evanescence. Let's write some new songs so we can play some new songs for everyone, because in the most countries we played last year as well. And we did want to play a little bit new songs on the new set list. So we started recording in the moment songs and then releasing them immediately without finishing the album first. So that's what we're going to do this year. Release some songs, although they're not on an album yet. And next year, the same thing. And maybe eventually there will be an album, but we don't know when or where release. But it's going to be just in the moment, living in the moment, feeling a song like, okay, this is a song we really believe in and we'd like to release it now. Then we're going to release it. And and hopefully in the meantime, we will be able to perform again and go on tour with these new songs. And eventually there will be a new album. But when that will be released, it's not sure.
Okay, so this summer you had many dates confirmed. So in fact you were even going to visit Spain in Barcelona, but unfortunately these dates has been postponed like all the others. Do you think, or do you know anything about which dates it is possible that can be performed again, or is starting from when?
Well, everything that we, you can only perform again if there's a vaccine, and if maybe outdoors is allowed in a certain way. And but for now, everything has been postponed to next year during the festivals and everything, and also the tour has been postponed to next year. So it's all gonna happen, but it's just hopefully by that time we have a vaccine. Of course, that's important. So hopefully.
For example, in Spain, there are some artists that are doing, small concerts in front of, I don't know, 100 people or 200 people, but are artists from the country. I don't know if in Netherlands this kind of propose are now there, and if the government or have told to you about doing something, or.
Yeah, we are allowed to have 100 people together outside. As long as you keep it at 1.5 meter distance, then it's okay. And that's already happening. But, for us, it's not, we just want to, we have a lot of things planned. And so it's strange to, postpone a tour and then do other shows in the meantime for a few hundred people. And it doesn't make sense. So and also it doesn't feel right, because everybody bought a ticket and they're not coming because they can't, because it's for a different venue. And so we feel like we're not going to do shows at the moment until the tour starts, hopefully soon. And until then we don't play unless there is maybe some kind of other way to do it. But at this moment we don't see it yet.
I think it's a good decision. And also, you had not planned before the quarantine and all the concerts canceled. You had no plans to be at any festival in Spain this year. For the next year, do you have? Sorry.
Now the only show we have is with Iron Maiden.
Yes, in Barcelona.
Yes, and so that's the only show that we have, and for now. But maybe there will be new shows. I'm not sure, but it's going to be a difficult time for promoters as well, because they have so many artists that want to play, of course, and so hopefully there will be one again who says, hey, with invitation.
Yeah.
But we have, of course, a show with our remain, which we are looking very much forward to. For not only because of them, but also, of course, because of your country, which we love to play for. And so it's like, yeah, we can't wait to come back, of course. But it as far as it goes, it's just that show.
So you don't have, let's say, any offer at the table to be in some festival here in Spain for the next year?
Not besides the one that we are doing with Iron Man. No, unfortunately
Okay.
not.
Also, I think you. I think no. I know you were in the Resurrection Fest of last year. My question is if you remember anything special from that concert. I think that was the first time that you attend to this festival.
I'm not sure. It could be the second time actually,
The
but
second time. Okay.
no, I'm not sure. I'm not sure because I thought we had played that before, but and not on that location. So I'm not sure if Resurrection was always on that location.
I think so.
Yeah, or then it was the first time. But I loved it. It was really special. We felt like there was a lot of a good vibe, and really from the audience was so positive and involved with the music. Not us, but every band who was playing, and we had a lot of interviews. And it's a beautiful city. So we had a beautiful day there, and yeah, I would love to come back again. It was a great, amazing festival. Loved it.
Have you ever been before in Galicia?
No,
This
no, I didn't. I don't think so.
ah,
Maybe in the past, maybe then for a venue, but not for a festival anyway.
Okay, so my next question is in the line of the previous question that was about this tour with Evanescence. You will start on September of the next year. So yes, I assume that these dates are for being available in the summer months, or just because September is more probable to perform concerts in small rooms or.
Don't understand. Could you repeat the question one more time? Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. You will start on September
Yes.
the tour for being for being available in festivals. In summer.
No. We're gonna do the summer before the tour starts. We're gonna do a lot of festivals. That's the festival season, and September
Okay.
starts the tour with Evanescence.
Okay. So and about this coming tour, I think is a fantastic idea because both you and Amy are really good front women, and you can complement each other very well. I don't know if you can say something, say us some surprise about collaborations, and of course I have to say that it's a pity that. Any promoter has bet because you came to Spain. Because this tour is really amazing.
Yes, we would have loved to come to Spain as well, but it all depends on the promoters, of course.
Yeah.
So they decided not to, and unfortunately for us. But I hope to be. There will be new opportunities and different opportunities to come, and so I'm looking forward to that anyway. And
Yes.
so I'm hoping it will come eventually. But surprise interaction on stage is something that we're going to do spontaneously or not. I'm not sure because we didn't decide on that yet. Of course, we had the whole thing. The tour set list was prepared, and the stage setup, decor everything was finished, and of course, I'm really looking forward to play with Evanescence as well. It's just going to be, two bands that are very in the same kind of music genre, of course. And I think we have a lot of overlap in fans. And I think it's like, I think it's going to be a really, really cool tour. I know the plans that we have planned for the tour, how it looks and everything, and what the set list that we're both going to play. And it's going to be really amazing. So people are really in for a treat.
Okay, so about the concert, that's more or less the questions that I wanted to ask you. Also, I would like to tell you, Sharon, that, for example, in Spain, you are considered like a reference in the world of metal, at least of on the female side. And I know that I speak for myself, but for many of my metal sisters, let's say also. So you can be very proud because I'm sure that you help many girls to overcome these fears and insecurities, and we owe you a lot because we that's you are one of the reasons that we can see many more women on the stage, and something that day by day we are getting, you know. So
Oh,
congratulations.
thank you very much. That's sweet. You know, that's something that I didn't realize when I was starting with
Hmm.
entertainment, that people would, young girls would mind, would have, would get the same idea to do the same thing in the future. But that, of course, is the best compliment you can get as a music artist, and that people are inspired by you and start, going into music. And I hope there will be a lot of hearts warming up for music in that way. So that would be very cool.
Okay, and also I would like to ask you about if this situation will lead you to learn some things for the future, or to work from another point of view, and also if you would give any advice to your colleges in the sector, because there are a lot of people that are seeing how their work is in danger. Danger.
Well, if you want to support the music industry, that's what your question
Hmm.
is, right? Is
Yes.
if possible, because I know, Spain is of course a very the coronavirus really hit hard, and I know a lot of people are out of work or don't have work. But if it's possible and you have the space to hold on to your ticket for all those bands who are coming to your country, that's the best way to support the whole industry, because you don't support only the bands but also the people that work for the band, and of course the venues, so they will be there in the future as well for you to enjoy music. And you'll support everyone in that way. So that's the best way to support music in general, I think. And listening, of course, on the music industry, the music platforms like in Spotify and Deezer and Apple Music and all those others who are out there, it's also a way of supporting bands, of course. But I think the most important is holding on to the ticket, because you support everyone.
Yeah, you thought that the metal world has been always united, or because this is also a controversial opinion, because most there are some people that think that the metal world is not really united, but there are other people that think yes and a lot.
Well, united in what way do you mean united?
United, join, sorry,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
join together.
I think, well, what the funny thing is actually that I felt that although we are in metal, for instance, we did this stay at home together acoustic show, which started with Chris Martin, and eventually he passed on the microphone to someone else. Eventually Amy Lee got it, which is of course more rock and metal, and she gave it to us. I gave it to Tarja gave it to someone else again. So I think it's nice to see that we did work all together, not just metal. Metal
Hmm.
was united. I think music was united, and I think that was a very beautiful gesture. How that went, how that's just how everybody got the microphone and everybody got to sing a few songs, and yeah, join together to keep everybody. Everybody at home, like a heart. Sending hearts to them, like giving them support in that way. And also it was really nice to see how that worked. So I think, of course, I think metal is united in a certain way, and I think music in general is also united and helping each other in a way.
Okay, that's nice. So Sharon, I think you have already answered all my questions. Just say you if you could give us some musical recommendations from your point of view, or movies, series, books. You can choose whatever you want.
Okay. Oh my God. Oh, actually, I had it written down somewhere. If you have 1 second, because I have a lot of recommendations actually, because I've written it down before for someone else recently. I have to walk through my house. I hope the connection stays. Otherwise, I'll reconnect. Where's my? Yeah, here it is. Let me think. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Very soon. Oh, here it is, I guess. This is music. Let me see. That means. Oh God, I still hope to have it. Well, let me think at the same time, because otherwise it goes too slow. I'm sorry.
No, don't worry.
This question, and I'm always so bad at remembering names, so that's why I write it down for myself so I don't forget. Let me see, music. Playlists. Well, I saw a really nice movie about, because I love tennis. Just recently I saw it already at the cinema in 2016 or 17. I'm not sure which year it was. About Bjorn Borg and McEnroe. That was really a beautiful movie. I'm not sure if it's somewhere on the television that you can reach it, but that's a really nice movie.
Okay.
And let me see. Oh God. Oh yeah, here I got it. Yes, found it.
Yeah.
Woo! So much easier. Altered Carbon is a really nice one.
Okay, Karin.
I liked UC Adler Olsen's series Q. Journal 64. Yeah, it's a lot of words, but that's a really nice detective series.
Okay.
You have Lock and Key if you haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
I enjoyed very much. It was really enjoyable. Sex Education. I found it so funny.
That's really nice. Okay.
Yeah. Ozark is really good. I'm still in the middle of that one.
Okay.
And there's another one which I like, but it's not everybody's cup of tea. It's called Afterlife.
Okay.
And it's a little bit cynical, and it's about this guy losing his wife, but then he's really rude to everyone else, and because he feels he has to tell the truth to everyone else. Some people found it very depressing, but I found it very, very. I found it very beautiful. So I was enjoying that very much as well. Yeah, that's about it, I think.
Yeah, perfect. Because
Yeah,
in
okay, thank
fact,
you.
you are the person that tell me more recommendations. Always when I ask to someone is, well, I don't know, not so much, but
Yeah,
a lot. Thank you very much.
you're welcome. No problem.
Okay, so thank you, Sharon, for this interview. We will be we will in touch, and we will looking for your social medias to see next concerts and the next things that you will do in the social media.
Thank you very much.
That's all.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Have a lovely day. I'm gonna have dinner now with the kids and the family.